Stand by for live.
Jordan to the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over, and the Bulls have won.
This is the Notebook Wagering Show on the Wild Style Network. Here are your hosts, Q, Smitty, and Matt.
Hey, it's Thursday night, Notebook Wagering time. Live from the Salisbury Center, powered by Monster Energy. I'm Smitty. Got Justin in studio. He is back. And we got our guy up in Pittsburgh hanging out. Matty, what is going on up in the great state of Pennsylvania?
Oh, buddy, I am whipped. Work nonstop. I need a vacation. I need a sports book. I need many adult beverages and an unlimited bank account, and I can regroup.
Man, that sounds like every guy's fantasy and dream right there. That
Yeah,
sounds
right?
That's fantastic.
Yep.
What's going on, Justin? How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great.
We are pumped. We are live. We are ready to go. Let's have fun. We're going to, about an hour, we're going to talk some sports. And then we got our girl coming in, Jess, so stick around and listen whatever she's ready to cover tonight. You just never know with that girl, but it's going to be fantastic. So get in the chat. Let's have some fun tonight. Man, guys, can I say, can we get baseball back? I am struggling. It is tough not having a lot to watch, especially gamble. I need some baseball back, and it comes back tomorrow. So we're going to get to baseball here in a little bit. So let's dive into this. So NBA, let's start NBA, because I think this is just, again, intriguing stuff. And we've been kind of bashing Bronny James. And I'm going to kind of continue to bash Bronny James a little bit. But he finally had a great game last night. He had 12 points. So well done. Good job. There you go. 12 points. And I had to shut the game off. And I was telling Justin before he came on the air, it just seemed like, the top pick for the Hawks did not play. And I got some numbers here, and we're going to throw out some numbers here in a little bit. He didn't play. A lot of Hawks didn't play. And the Lakers have a back-to-back. They played tonight at 9 o'clock tonight. Connect didn't play last night. I'd be shocked if Bronny James plays tonight. I think they're going to say, hey, he finally had an okay game. Let's sit him and everything like this. But again, I watched him against the Celtics, and then I'll throw it at you guys a little bit. It's just sad when he had a really bad game against the Celtics the other night. The announcers try to make him just such a focal point. And they're talking about the shoes he was wearing. It's the same type of shoes that his father wore. And then at the end of the game, they said, well, he is a champion. And the one announcer said, well, what are you talking about? He goes, oh, he won a video game contest with some of the players. He's a really good gamer. And I'm sitting there going, man, if you have to really bring this up in conversation during a game, this kid's struggling. I mean, it's bad. So I'm just going to throw his numbers out really quick. He finally had a pretty good game. He's averaging about 6 points a game, 3 assists a game, or maybe 3 rebounds a game, about one rebound, and he's averaging about 25 minutes. He's shooting at like 28% and 10% from 3. So, Matt, I'll go to you first. Again, I know we talk about this. Have you seen, is this kid seriously, and I got some other stuff before we get off him, what these announcers said, but is this kid going to stick in the league?
Wait, well, yeah, because daddy. He's going to stick. These fools who are making bets for him for Rookie of the Year, again, if you're putting $1,000 down, just go to our website, Wild Style Network, and buy 30 shirts because it's a better deal than what you're getting. It's a better return on investment than what you're getting. I mean, this is foolish. I think he will actually overhype his numbers. I think he's only I think he's averaging 4.3 points per game and 22% shooting. Maybe after last night when he had a good game, he was 0 for 15 from 3. Forget about it, man. He threw up air balls the other night. I don't care what this kid does. I'd actually rather watch the WNBA than watch him play.
Okay. Hey, Jeff wants to chime in. Jeff, go for it.
Yeah, I was going to say they can go buy the shirts, but also if they feel obsessive they need to place that bet, they can also go to our bet stamp link, right?
There you go. We're going to promote that here in a little bit. There you go. I like that, Jeff. Way to jump in on that.
Yeah, Jeff, great segue. Sorry, I slipped up there. I should have slid that right in.
Yeah, we'll promote that here in a second here. But yeah, it's bad. I mean, air balls, the one he hit against the Celtics, time was running out on the shot clock and he just fired one up. So I'll go to Justin here really quick. Justin, again, how do you think the kid's going to stick? How long is he going to stick? What's your opinion on it?
I mean, I think he'll start the year off just because, they want to have him play alongside his dad. But once his dad's gone, I don't think he lasts very long in the league.
That's what someone said. They said this could be the quickest when he's retired. It might be LeBron retire and then Bronny's retired and not in the league. So
he may not make it past that first contract he gets.
No. Well, he's making 7.9. And I was trying to research some contracts, guys, like people around him. And I mean, it's like, oh my goodness, what just happened here? And these announcers last night, I mean, they were like, oh, I got two more things. And then I'm going to go on another player and I'm going to bash another player. But two guys were going out of bounds last night, guys, and the ball kicked back, and he's just luckily standing there. So he caught it, took one dribble, and hit a layup. And these announcers, you would have thought, they're like, that's the energy he brings. And I'm like, energy? I could have been standing right there and hit the layup. Like, energy. So they brag. And here's the greatest thing. So the other night, I don't know who the two announcers were. I stayed up until about 1 a.m. It was like a 10:30 start against the Celtics. And they're like, he might have to move the point guard to stick in the leg. I'm like, point guard? All he does is go down and stand in the corner, and they pass him the ball twice in that game. He caught the ball, and this is how deep he's going in the corner. He caught the ball, and he was out of bounds, and they blew the whistle because he was standing out of bounds. So, I mean, there we go. So, again, good luck. And Maddie, just to jump off what you said, a bettor today I saw, I think it was on BetMGM, put $1,000 on him to win Rookie of the Year, and it would net them $250,000. So, and real quick, Edie is the favorite. Shepard is second. I'm just going to say the Hawks #1 pick. I'm not trying to butcher his name. And then the other Laker Connect or whatever out of Tennessee, which he'll play tonight. So, guys, Maddie, here's another one. I have a couple players. The one from the Wizards, Sar or whatever, the big guy.
Yeah.
He shot the other night 0 for 15 from the field and 0 for 7. And what was you made me laugh on a text. Do you remember what you said?
I don't, other than he was probably a chucker. I don't remember what I put. I'm so.
I think your thing was he outside playing in a sandstorm?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, seriously, 0 for 15. I'm not just gonna toot our own horns here. I think all three of us can connect on 1 of 15 if we have like looks that they have. Just one. Man, that's really, really bad. I mean, it's way too early to say he's gonna bust. Like, people are already like, oh man, are we gonna overhype this kid? Is this a big bad reach? I don't think this is Anthony Bennett territory from the Cavs yet, but that's not a good look for a top pick like that. But it's way too early, and we all know this is kind of a down year. But I wanna hype up. I'm gonna hype up 3 quick people from this draft that I actually like.
All right, go for it.
I love that Modest Buzelius for the Bulls, who's having a pretty good summer. And bigger picture, since we are a gambling network, I love what the T-Wolves did after watching this Rob Dillingham and Terrence Shannon play on that young roster. And I just looked it up. T-Wolves are plus 1,000 to win the NBA title next year. I might put a little fun money on that. Even though I don't like them, I think if they can move on from, I don't know if they're going to trade one of their big names and bring in somebody else, but it's a possibility. I don't know if they'll get rid of Gobert or maybe Karl Anthony Towns and just let it be Anthony Edwards' team with these young kids. It's rumored, but we'll see. but something to look forward to, like going forward. And T-Wolves, maybe NBA title.
All right, so I want to go. I want to bring this guy up, and then I want to ask Justin this question here. Shepard, the number 3 pick, is playing. Well, real quick, I missed this. So Sar, or whatever, however you pronounce, if my numbers are right, he's 8 for 41 from the field and 2 of 17 from 3-point land. Justin, real quick, can you jump on the Summer League scores? I think they played at 7:00 tonight.
The Wizards are playing right now, and Sar is 0 for 2 already.
He's 0 for 2 already. Okay, let's add that on. Okay, so Shepard was the number 3 pick. He's right now 24 out of 49 from the field and 5 out of 13 from 3. Playing really well. I mean, scored a lot of points. I'm going to ask Justin this. Justin being, he likes all the DC teams here. Do you think the Wizards are going to look back here very soon and go, man, we messed up here and we took the wrong guy?
I mean, first of all, I'd say it's typical for Washington to pick the wrong player. But if we're going off strictly needs, we needed a center. I mean, we got rid of Gafford to the Mavs last year. We had to get a center. Will we regret it? Maybe. But we have too many guards, so we had to have a center. Okay,
so you took the right guy, and like I think Maddie just said this too. I mean, again, listen, this is Summer League. A lot can change, and these guys are just getting into this. So I mean, this guy could be good. Bronny James. I mean, again, I just don't see it, but I mean, whatever. I mean, the crowd goes. I mean, they just want this kid, man. He made that bucket against the Celtics, and you would have thought that he won the game on a buzzer beater. How loud the crowd got, but it's like, okay. Good for him. So, the rookie, the Hawks guy, is doing okay. He's shooting pretty well. Edey, what was the deal you brought up to me? Edey has not played yet, Matt, in the Vegas Summer League.
He is playing right now. He's had 9. So out of all the he didn't start the game tonight, but he's got 9 minutes. He's 3 for 3 with 6 points.
Okay. Great information there by Justin. Thank you very much. So, okay, he was out. What was the injury concern?
He had ankle soreness, I think it said.
Okay.
So he had an ankle injury.
Okay. All right. Well, that's Summer League. I mean, it's been fun. I've watched it. I just couldn't get into the game last night. I thought there was too many guys not playing. I just kind of thought, I was joking around on social media. I'm like, is this like the third team of some of these Summer League guys that were playing? And it didn't really grab my attention. But yeah, Matty well said, people were putting money on him. I think he has the most bets on Rookie of the Year, and I agree with you. Greg Peterson just put out on social media right before I came up and was making fun of people. He said, I mean, you're a fool.
You are. He's absolutely right. It's I don't even know. Do we know it's true is part of the whole thought process, or is like people like ESPN just really hyping up that much so he gains even more steam and brings in more viewers, etc. You'd have to go to a sports book and actually find somebody and say, hey, who has the most bets for Rookie of the Year so far? And if they actually confirm, hey, it's Bronny James, then I'm going to believe it. But who knows, man? It's just foolish money. That's like putting money on the Carolina Panthers to win the NFL title. It's dumb.
Well said. All right, real quick. I know Maddie's going to be happy with this, but we are going to touch on this. Hey, real quick, Ken, thanks for being here, man. Finally got some rain. Good. We got some rain down here. We really needed it. I wouldn't put money on him to be in the top 10 for Rookie of the Year. All right, Ken, I love it. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, people are, though. They're crazy. But all right, real quick, WNBA, they are on a break. They're on a month break, but we are going to talk really fast about this. The streak is done, boys. Her streak was over. I watched it. It was one of the most entertaining last 3 minutes, I think, on TV in a long time with Angel Reese, man. It was fantastic. She needed 2 more points, and they were playing the New York Liberty. She missed the layup, and then this was the best one. She got a rebound, and it was like open gym back. Like if you used to play basketball and it was like an open gym situation, and like the big kid got the ball and was dribbling the whole way. It's like when Shaq used to get the ball and try to dribble down the whole way down the court. She got a rebound and tried to take it coast to coast for a shot. And then she like lost it, and then she kicked it out. And then at the very end, if you didn't watch it, 4 of the Liberty women covered her, so she couldn't get a shot off at the very end for the streak to end. So, loved it. Maddie, are you happy that the streak is over?
Well, yeah, it's a garbage streak. You have your air quotes best player in the game down 17 with like 7 seconds to go, so she can continue her streak. Get the hell out of here. I'm so glad some team actually realized, hey, this isn't going to happen to us, and they did a cool thing to put 4 people down there and just say, hey, you know what? We're smashing you. You're not going to do this. You're not going to keep your thing going. We are not cheering for you tonight. We might cheer for you inside, but no, this isn't happening against us. I loved it. I still love, there's actually like a trend I saw going on online on Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat, whatever, that girls are literally going up like on hoops outside and just throwing up bricks, getting their rebound, throwing up more bricks, like they're imitating her on how she pads her stats. So it's goofy. The WNBA is goofy.
I got some more stuff. We're gonna chicken. I think Squawk 2. Thanks for being here. Thank God the streak is over. Now let's streak the quad. Okay. Listen, I think she's a very good player. I've said it. I agree with everything Matt said. I mean, Justin, I'm going to come to you. Are you glad the streak's over?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's a ridiculous record if she's not making her shots and she's getting her own rebounds. So it's a ridiculous record.
Yeah. And some people are still saying rookie of the year. It's her.
I don't know. Caitlin Clark's catching fire.
Well, she had a great game last night. Now, Maddie, in a text last night, Maddie wrote in and said, man, what a bad loss. And I do have some numbers. She did throw in a great game last night. She had 24 points, 19 assists. I think she set the all-time assist record in a game. And she should have had more assists. I saw on social media, the one she threw a dime, and the coach called a timeout. Should have been a layup. Then she threw another one, and a girl missed a layup right under. I mean, these girls miss more layups. I mean, do that. What's that? The Mikan drill back in the day when we were like, it was called or something back when we were in elementary doing it. It's like, wow. But, yeah, she threw, I thought, a great game. She did have a bad loss, and I will give the Sky some credit. They beat Vegas the other night, and Vegas is catching fire since some of their players came back. So, Maddie, I know you want to chime in real quick. And I got one more number.
Again, it's foolish to say that Angel Reese is going to win Rookie of the Year. Caitlin Clark is top 20, I believe, in every major category. And that's number 1 in assists. And like you just said, her assists should probably be a whole assist higher, her game, because of these buffoons just blowing layups. Butterfingers with the ball flying out of bounds. I mean, she's throwing absolute dimes. She should have her own highlight reel. That's actually a low light reel from these yo-yos dropping the ball and costing the team. She averages 6 rebounds or something, which is top 20. Her points are actually starting to go up. Her biggest issue is turnovers, but we all know the process of a turnover isn't exactly cut and dry. So I would actually say she probably averages about 4 turnovers a game, not the 6, because of teammates costing her. And her shooting percentage, her 3-point shooting percentage needs to go up. She gets tons of layups and knocks down all the other shots, but she's only shooting realistically, I'm just going to ballpark it, 30 to 33% from 3-point line. That's got to go up. She's got to get that like 38 to 40, one more game. And then, I mean, she will just hands down be running the league probably next year if she can improve that.
All right. Again, Reese is a joke for Rookie of the Year. Real LeBron James said, no, sir, you're wrong for that. Reese has Rookie of the Year unlocked. Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for chiming in. We always appreciate everyone's opinion, even if you don't agree with us or
thank
other
God
people.
the real LeBron James just came on now and didn't hear us talking about his son.
Yeah. So this was on social today. So points, Clark 17 points, Reese is about like 13.5. Rebounds 5.8 for Clark, 12 for Reese, Assist 8.2. Reese 1.8. And Clark is shooting 40.5 field goal percentage. Reese is 40.2. Reese is really going out there, though. If you saw her, she was with, oh my goodness. Man, I'm a Celtics guy, and Brown.
Brown.
Brown and his girlfriend were at the Summer League, and that goes back to James. The girlfriend asked Brown, is he going to be in the league? And he said he's not ready. He's a G-legger or something. And he goes, he's no pro. And she went, he'll be in the G League. And he went, no, not because who his dad is, he's not going to be in there. But Reese, with her nice little outfit, was going pretty viral. So good for her. But again, hey, I think she's a very good player. I disagree. I think Clark is by far. And they're messing up again. We've said this with the marketing. She didn't make the Olympic team. Now the All-Star game or something. I think the All-Stars are going to play the Olympic team. But I heard last night she's not in the 3-point shooting contest. And so they're missing it again, man. Market these girls. Get this girl in everything, because I didn't write it down, but the media thing just went up. They got some big giant deal that just came through this week. And why do you think that is? Well, it's her. It's nobody else. Nobody else cares. It's because of her. People love her. So run with it. But, all right, I'm done. And that's a month. Matt's going to be the happiest guy on the planet because they're off now for a month. I mean, maybe if they're if they scrimmage each other, the all-star team to the Olympic team. But
Hey, real quick.
Yep.
Even though this is like the biggest year of viewership for the WNBA, correct? This is the most.
Yeah, I would have to say so.
Do you think they will turn a profit this year?
I've said that many times. They haven't. I mean, you would hope they would.
The answer is no. They are already projected to lose $50 to $54 million.
Oh, goodness.
That's just sorry.
I think they got in a lot of negative to regain before they get into positive.
Yeah. Yep. Roll. Don't get Chris rocked. Keep my son's name out of your mouth. I love it. That's fantastic. Ken, Smitty's 100%. WNBA blowing it. So, all right. So, again, real quick, let's just say if we were judges, Rookie of the Year, Maddie, I'm going to go to you. Who is it?
Caitlin Clark slam dunk.
Justin, Rookie of the Year?
Caitlin Clark.
Okay, I'm going to go Clark too. So we're 3-0 here on the show. I know that's not going to be happy with one person in the chat, but again, we love everyone's opinion. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. All right, real quick, I'm going to do a quick read here. Exciting news. We're thrilled to announce our partnership with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert, opening up our incredible opportunity for you to join some of our favorite sports books to get the best odds and new user offers. Head over to our dedicated page at signupexpert.com/Wildstyle Network to explore a selection of sports books tailored to your region, each with unique offerings. If you're ready to take your sports betting to the next level and show some love for notebook wagering in the Wildstyle Network, we highly recommend signing up for the next sports book through our Sign Up Expert link. You can easily find it in the description of this video. And remember, when you sign up for the sports book or DFS using our link, you are supporting us and helping us be able to continue bringing great content and, more importantly, great picks. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sign up, BetStamp, help us out. Again, I said it last week. If you like our content, please sign up with that. That helps us stay on. Buy the shirt. I'm wearing the merch again. Great shirt, great golf shirt. Buy the shirt. It's fantastic. You're helping us out. All right, boys. We're going to go Major League here. I'm going to go right. We got to do this. Now, I know, Maddie, I'm going to chime in because I know you had a good bet in the Home Run Derby. But the biggest news of the Home Run Derby was the national anthem. Ingrid Andress, I think is how you pronounce her name. I didn't know this. I did a little research. Her dad is Brad Andress, was a strength conditioning Tigers, Rockies, Mets strength coach. She performed the national anthem, and I didn't know this, too. She was nominated for 4 Grammys. 2021, she was up for the Best New Artist. Maddie, did you hear the national anthem at the Home Run Derby?
I did.
What was your thoughts?
It was effing bad, and I have to say this politely though, because if it is true that she has a alcohol abuse problem, then props to her for knowing it and addressing it. But I still thought she really sucked bad, like just in general. I don't know how she got 4 Grammy nominations. I don't want Brad Andrews to come down here and kick my ass either, because he's probably a big dude if he's a strength guy. But I think she just kind of sucked, period. So I hope she addresses her problem and goes to rehab and gets it taken care of. She did make a statement saying so. So we'll see. But I mean, the list for the baddest anthems, that's an easy top 5.
Oh, I got a couple.
Yeah.
Down. Let me
Go
real
ahead,
quick. Let me ask Justin. Did you? I didn't see it live. I saw it on social media. Did you catch it?
I did not see it live. No.
Did you catch any of it?
Yeah.
What was your overall opinion on it?
I thought it was pretty bad.
Could the Notebook Wagering team do a little bit better?
I think so.
Oh my goodness. I'll be very honest. So I was sitting with Old Man in the garage when I saw it on social, and I was like, "Wow, that's really bad." I'm like, but she really looked to me. She looked very. I thought she was like a teenager, and she's in her 30s. I think she's like 32. I was shocked. I thought she was like a teenager, and I was like, well, maybe. And my wife had the best thing, and this happens all the time. She goes, "Why can't people just stick to singing it? They always want to put their spin on it." I remember one time being up close to Pittsburgh, the great Myron Cope. Christina Aguilera did one at Three River Stadium for the Steelers, and I mean, he was going crazy. He's like, "Oh my God, this is horrible. Just sing the song." And it's exactly what my wife said. It's like, just sing the song. Don't cats fighting sound better. Maybe the worst performance ever. I do hope she gets the help. So yeah, that came out the next day. She came, and here's real quick. She has something I think dropping tomorrow. And some people were like, did she butcher it on purpose just to get her name going and everything? But then the next day she came out and she said she was drunk. She has a problem. She's going to go into rehab. And she said, "I'll keep you posted. Rehab's a lot of fun," what I heard. So again, but okay. So Matt brought this up. I wrote down 3, Matty. 1990 Roseanne Barr's performance at the Padres game. Was that on your list?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, that was a fantastic one. I mean, people get on YouTube and look these up. I mean, these are fantastic. Okay, the next one I wrote down, Matt, was Fergie.
Yep.
2018, the NBA All-Star Game.
Awful.
Justin Shaker, you remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that one.
And that was one, Justin, that it was like she was trying to do her spin on it, and it's just like, man,
that's what Fergie does, though.
That's what Fergie does. Yeah. Is Fergie still around?
I don't think she sings anymore.
Okay. I know she was married to that one guy that was in that TV show Vegas, and I don't think they're
Josh Jamal.
Yeah, they're not together. I think they got divorced. Yeah. So, okay. So my greatest, the one I wrote, and I know with Dr. Brent, Garvey, all my buddies, our favorite one of all time is 1993 Bulls Nets game, Carl Lewis.
Yep.
The Carl Lewis one is by far the best. And if you look this one up, type in Charlie Steiner. It was on ESPN. He was the host. It's a quick, like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And Charlie Steiner laughing makes it even funnier. But the, oh no, he's nuts in the middle of it is. And the players and all those, even the baseball players the other day, they were like trying to hide their face not to laugh on national TV, but that's how bad it was in all those. Because I remember the Fergie one was bad. I mean, they were like laughing and everything. But Matt, was that kind of the list?
That was it.
That was it.
That is the list.
Yeah.
I guess there's one. I don't know who it is. I tried to look up some that we might not have heard. Somebody named Kat DeLuna who sang one for the Cowboys in 2008. Now, maybe Ken knows this. Maybe Ken has this on like his iPod. He listens to it since he's a Cowboys fan. But I guess they rate that one as the worst ever. So who knows?
Yeah, I just looked it up. It was in 2008. That's rated as the worst one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dallas Cowboys game.
Justin's on, man. He's on it tonight, man. You need a number. You need something. Justin's on it tonight. Great job. I like it.
That's why a lot of artists stick with like America the Beautiful, because it's intimidating to do the national anthem. So that tends to be an easier ballad that you can throw your little twist on and not get, annihilated. Get ridiculed by the,
Those are big words.
population. Yeah,
Come on, it's summertime. We don't need to get that big.
Very, very large word for that.
Get ridiculed by the Notebook, huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, again, I'm going to say it one more time. Look up Charlie Steiner, Carl Lewis. It's like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. It's one of the funniest things you'll see because Steiner just loses it. And then Maddie, I mean, if you've ever seen it, Maddie, the co-host on ESPN, I can't recall the name of that guy. He can't even look up because he's laughing so hard.
I just saw the video the other day. I got to see who the co-host is now. So
it's so good. So love it. All right. Justin, can you if you bring that, can you look that up?
Look what
it's Rich Eisen.
Rich Eisen's at it. Can you type in Charlie Steiner, Carl Lewis national anthem? I think it's like a minute and a half or something. We might have to actually play it.
Yeah, it's a minute 15.
Kenny then just said the Charlie Steiner clip is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's so good. So if we can bring that up, we'll go.
right here.
You got it? Mm-hmm. John, can we plug that in here if he brings this up?
Yeah, the audio goes through.
Okay.
Do you want me to click play?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see if this goes.
Overreaction Monday here on the Jeff Fox Show. Listen, hey, do you guys remember when?
That's not it. It's on the top.
That's it.
Oh, there it is. Yep, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
All right, are we all ready?
Make it full screen.
Last night's low lights here. Last night.
Nope, we went too far. Bring it back a little bit. Here we
Got
go.
right down to the finish.
We're good right there.
All right, are we all ready? Here we go. Oh, say, can you see? And the rockets, red flag. I'll make up for it now. For the land of the free.
That was our national anthem.
His reaction's great.
Oh my goodness. He laughs for like
Written by Francis Scott off key.
This is best right
Those
here.
are last night's low lights here. Last night's highlights.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's so
You know
good.
what was almost as bad as that though? Those Nets warm-ups were awful.
Was that Derek Coleman there? Who was that?
Was Derek Coleman? I think Sam Bowie was still there too.
That did look like Sam Bowie. Good call on that. Yeah. Yeah, Ken said the Charlie Steiner clip is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, Ken. I mean, it's so good. That's so funny. All right, so the game was played then the next. Oh, Matt, real quick. You had a winner in the home run derby, correct?
Yeah, Teoscar Hernandez, 11-1.
11-1. Nice job on that. I didn't watch any of
should
it.
have did in game though too, because after who jumped out early, two guys put up big numbers early. His odds went to like 30-1, and I was like, I should double dip, but I didn't do it like a fool. And then I thought he was toast in the semis, and then boom, just hit a wall and couldn't get one more. So it was a sweat, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed the contest. I thought it was well done.
Okay. Did you watch it, Justin?
No, I did not.
I did not either. I did not watch anything. I know Matt, I was kind of tailing it a little bit just through some text messages because I knew Matty had a bet on it. And then Matty said he won, so I was happy for Matt there with the win. So, all right, let's talk game real quick. Next night it was, the American League. What is it, like 10 out of the last 11 or something like that?
Yeah.
They've won. So they won 5-3. What is it, Duran or something? I think he's on Cleveland. He was the MVP.
Jaron Duran, young kid for the Red Sox, young outfielder.
Oh, Red Sox, excuse me. Yeah,
This is his first time being an All-Star.
Good call. Yeah. I mean, if you had him, MVP, good for you. Skeens, did pitch 1 inning, 1 walk, did get to judge. I thought he handled it really well. As a Pirate fan, Brian Reynolds was 1 for 2, did strike out at the end. Man, that closer for Guardians, I like that guy.
Yeah, man. We talk about him every time on the show. I said it's those Cleveland. You can't really name their players. Man, they're loaded. Jose Ramirez. They had Naylor, the first base young kid.
Yep.
Blase. That closer, he is legit.
Yeah, I saw on VEASAN the next day. I think some people took him a little bit of money on him, Matty, to win AL Cy Young.
Cy Young. It's not a bad play. It's occasionally those relievers always sneak in there.
Yeah, because the favorite is the Tigers pitcher.
Yeah,
and it really sounds like he's going to get moved because
he's a really good player too.
Oh,
he's got some
really
good stuff, man.
Yeah, he's real good. But his agent is man, I'm bad with names tonight. It's the big time agent.
Scott Boras.
Yeah. And he usually moves them. And they had a guy on VEASAN from Major League Channel, and he goes, usually what he does is he'll test the market, and then he'll get them out there to another team. And they said if the Tigers, if you're looking at it, they just don't know if they're going to win here in 2 years with him. So why not move? And you're going to get a ton. So if he leaves, and let's say goes to the Dodgers. Now anything can happen here. I think the deadline's the 30th here coming up. But if he leaves, in the AL, who do you got then? And this guy's numbers are fantastic. So I mean, a little bit of money on him to win the AL Cy Young, I don't think it's a crazy bet.
Hey, since we're talking some baseball real quick, and you had brought it up on text message, or I think Dr. Brent did, about the A's moving Rooker.
Rooker, yeah.
I'll tell you who showcased themselves amazingly during the All-Star game, even more so now, but a lot of national hype. Mason Miller, the closer for the A's.
Yeah, that's good.
He's the only pitcher the other night who made Ohtani look mortal. And his stuff is electric. If the A's are smart, and I just saw today they called up your boy, Jack Wilson's kid, got the call up.
Oh, did he? Good for him.
Yep. So
played at Grand Canyon. Yeah, really good player.
So
really
the
good college
A's are
player.
thinking bigger picture here. Man, if they could move Rooker and Mason Miller for just a boatload of prospects, their rebuild could potentially be like right in line for when they move to Vegas. It's not a smart thing because where are they going to play? Sacramento in some triple A, double A stadium. You know what? Okay, you're basically sacrificing 2 years. Think bigger picture, get these prospects, load up, and then push all in. Kind of think of yourself as an expansion team, and you get to Vegas with endless pockets and prospects.
Yeah, I saw somebody today that Rooker. They had him going to Philadelphia.
I'd love it. The Phillies need 2 things. They need one more arm, and they need one outfielder. Just because Schwarber is such a defensive liability out there, he's the perfect DH, but he is not a defensive outfielder.
All right, I got one thing about the game, or maybe 2 things, and we'll come back. I want to ask you something about the Phillies. Want to ask you something about the Nats down here. All-Star game again. How bad were those uniforms? Justin, I'll go to you, man. Just overall, what's your opinion on the uniforms?
I don't really care about the uniforms too much. I feel like they always try to do something different, but yeah, I don't know. I do think that Soto got robbed of the MVP. I think he should have won that.
Oh, okay. A little different. A little Soto MVP. Not big on that. I have an opinion about the unis. I'll go to Matt. Matt, what do you think about the uniforms?
I actually didn't mind the National League's unis, but the ALs were atrocious. The brown, like a puke-colored light brown and pink. Just let the guys wear their own uniforms, the homes, the aways. It's so cool to have everybody out there in their own. You got the solids versus the whites, basically. It's just go back to old school. Stop trying. I know they probably auction off all this stuff and it goes to good causes and stuff, but man, they're bad. They're trying to just appeal to to the whole younger generation, and I don't even know if that's working.
Yeah, Ken, not a big fan of them. I didn't either. I thought they kind of looked like a softball teams in a beer league.
Yeah, yeah.
Personally.
The NLs I was okay with. They were decent colors, but
I
the
like
AL,
the blues, John. My favorite color is blue, so I mean it kind of stand out a little bit. I agree with you on that. Do you like real quick one more thing with I saw it on I thought this was great. I saw it on another show. Some of these topics with the game. Do you like the interviews like on the field, like they were interviewing Burns when they were warming up? Matty, I'll start with you. Are you a fan? And then they were talking to Judge and Soto live when the game was going on. Are you a fan of that?
I actually am. I think it's a really cool aspect. As long as you can find a player who's super intriguing and not dry to talk with. Like when they had all the Phillies talking together, I thought it was super cool because they're all going to kind of chime in, even make fun of one another, etc. It's good for the game. Now, it can be a little distracting, obviously, and I get why they do it in the All-Star game. Some guys just don't seem to care about the All-Star game like back in the day. I want to say somebody, and it was I believe it was for the Phillies. No, I think it was maybe Christian Yelich. There was a fly ball pop in foul territory, and I was like, "You got this." Nope. I like pulls up. I'm like, "Oh man, if I'm a pitcher, I'm going to be a little jacked that you're not out there hustling your ass off to go get that because I could be the one who gets the loss in this game. That's not cool. If you're going to go out there, if you're going to be an all-star, play freaking hard. If not, let the younger kids who came in later play."
All right. Last thing here before we move on from baseball and go into talking about NFL here. With the DC team here, it seems like, they had a bad stretch there at the end. The Nats kind of had a bad. They were in there because this wild card's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of people, a lot of teams that are right there. Pirates are one. Now, I'll talk really fast. I'll give my quick thought about the weekend here with the Phillies. But the big thing is trades. They're going to trade some people. They already made one trade. I thought it was a great trade. They got a prospect from Kansas City, and they got a draft pick in the draft, and that was just this weekend. We could have went into that with the draft. Wasn't too happy with what the Nats did with their first pick, but whatever. But the overall, when's Cruz coming up? I mean, that's the big thing. What are you looking forward to being a fan down here, Justin, with this team? What are you looking forward to the second half with this organization?
Hey, I think they have a lot of young, exciting players. I've said it before. I think they should get rid of all the older ones and just let the young guys play. Let them develop.
Let them move on and stuff. And again, Woods has held his own. I think he's going to be really good. I think it's time for Cruz to come up too. Yeah, let's get Cruz up here and let's go from there. So
Woods needs to cut back on the strikeouts though.
A little bit striking out. Okay,
just a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
So can I pose a question to Justin since he's a big Nats fan?
Yeah.
Justin, do they go full youth movement the rest of the year? They're only 6 games out of a wild card. Or do they try to make a play to get into the wild card? Because a wild card is a huge it's not a huge get because they obviously have the recent World Series title. But for these young kids, man, if you can push to get a wild card early in these guys' career, I hate to say that they're going to sell at the deadline. Some of these guys might think, hey, I think we legit still have a shot at this last wild card spot.
Yeah, so I agree with that. I mean, I feel like that'd be a big boost, but I don't think they're there yet. I think maybe in a year or two, I would agree with that, but they just keep falling behind, and they'll get closer and closer, and then they fall back 10 games or 5 games, and I just don't think they're there.
I'll say I like their young core. I'm a big fan of their young core. I like Abrams, James Wood, Finnegan's a good player. I will agree with you that they need to get rid of guys like Patrick Corbin. I would actually just outright release the guy.
Yeah,
they probably can't because they just need arms. I don't know if they have guys in the farm system they can shoot in there, but they have some nice talent. So I think the Nationals, if you had to do the whole arrow up thing, it's slightly up on that team.
Yeah.
James, thanks for the comment. Bring up Travis Blankenhorn. I think we have a little symbol over it. I'm hoping I'm seeing the whole name correctly on that. James, what positions he play in the system? If you could put that in the chat, I'd appreciate it there with that. I'm going to piggyback off with Justin. Somebody else said, I agree with Justin. You should, man. He's been on fire tonight with some good content here. It's the same with the Pirates. I'm a Pirate fan. Big series, they're coming out. They have 2 big series coming up. They play Philly, and then they have the Cardinals. And it's the same thing with the Pirates. Pirates are right there, but they got to get some bats. We all know that, but I think the same thing. Don't go nuts here because there's so many teams that are right here. You have a bad stretch. You could be back some games here, utility guy. Thank you very much for that player for the Nats there, just if everybody lost my train of thought there. So overall, I think just get some bats, but don't go crazy selling everybody because I'm just like Justin. I think with the Pirates, next year, 2 years, you're really moving forward here and just keep going. But you do got to upgrade. You got to go for it. But I don't know if you're going to go full in, pay that man his money kind of thing, if you get that reference. So, Matty, Pirates, Phillies, I don't like the pitching matchups for the Pirates in this series. I'm not very happy. I think they're holding Skeens and Keller for the Cardinals, which I understand. Yeah. But what do the Phillies, as a Philly fan, going into the second half, what do the Phillies need to do?
Stay healthy. Just stay healthy. Get JT Realmuto back. Harper, stay healthy. Schwarber, stay healthy. The arms, looking good. I mean, Strom is a weapon in long relief, can probably close if they need be. I still wish they would get me one more arm, probably on the back end, or a starter. I wouldn't complain about either. Because Sanchez and Suarez, I don't know. I saw an interesting stat today about pitchers that might hit 200 innings this year. It's going to be an all-time low. They believe there's only going to be 4 or 5 guys in the entire league that might get 200 innings. It's like, wow, that's nuts. And Wheeler could do it. Nola could probably do it. And Suarez might do it. I'm like, man, that's a lot to ask if everybody else is cutting back. But they do need one more bat. I would love to see that Rooker. Or I'd love to see, I know it's like a splash play. I'd love to see somebody like Randy Arozarena. But the problem is the Rays are never freaking out of it, so they never sell somebody like that. But the Phillies have the potential to lock up home field and make LA come to them this year. So a lot to ask. We got a long way to go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And again, this is a great time. Baseball starts again tomorrow. Again, everybody head over to our dedicated page at signupexpert.com, Wild Style Network, with Bet Stamp. Sign up and also tell, our viewers they can scan the QR code on our screen. Sign up. Sign up, make some bets. Let's have some fun with some sports, make some money, help us out. There it is. Look at that on the screen. Look at all that great information. You can sign up with everything. And thank you, Bet Stamp. We appreciate it. So let's win some money this weekend. I'm pumped for it back. All right, everybody, let's go NFL here before we get about 10 minutes. If we can get off, we're going to do, if you're new to the show, what we've been doing is breaking down each divisions. We are on the AFC South. You're going Texans, Jags, Colts, Tennessee. Last year, Texans were 10-7, Jags 9-8, Colts 9-8, and Tennessee 6-11. And what we try to do is we rank them 1 through 4. Well, really 4 through 1. So here we go. Everybody in the chat, we'd love to get your opinion too. So chime in on where we're at. We're going to start at number 4. Who is your team that's going to be in last place in this division? Matt, I'll start with you. I'll start with you this time. Who's number 4 for you?
I'm going to say this. Some people here are absolutely going to hate me, and they're going to make that dumb bear face that Dr. Brent always sends out, like that look of like, what in the hell are you talking about? I think this division gets severely shaken up, and I like a dark horse in this division this year. So my pick for last is going to be super unpopular.
Oh.
I actually think the Jacksonville Jags are going to finish last in this division.
Ooh.
I think their coach is on the hot seat after watching Trevor Lawrence last year. I do not think he is the superstar we thought. They lost Calvin Ridley. They brought in Gabe Davis. Is that an upgrade? Brian Thomas, the rookie. you can't name too many of their defenders other than the pass rusher who is even striking. Or I'm forgetting his name, but he was a first rounder overall pick. I'm just not a fan of that team. I don't think they have it. I think they're underachievers, so I'm putting them last.
All right, Ken in the chat says Tennessee is going to be his fourth team. Justin, who's your fourth team in the South?
You know what? I'm gonna agree. I think the Jags. I think Will Levis is going to be a much better quarterback. I just don't. I don't believe in the Jags.
All right, I'm going to go Tennessee. I'm going to stay with Tennessee.
There's some sharp people on this channel tonight.
Yeah, they are. You guys are right there, man, in sync. I'm going to go Tennessee too. And Will Levis, needs to be good, needs to stay healthy. They did add some wide receivers, Boyd, Ridley, Snead on defense and everything. But Pollard, I think, came over on this team. You got the kid out of Tulane, the running back also. That was the backup. I'm going to still stay with Tennessee. James also in the chat said Tennessee. All right, so I'll go. Okay. I'm gonna go next, number 3, and I'm gonna start. And I'm going Jags. This is where I'm putting the Jags. I agree with you guys, man. They lost, I think, 5 out of their last 6. It's just a team that I think overall, I agree with Thompson. Davis, you said Matt already coming in. I'm just not sold on the quarterback. We bashed him a couple weeks ago, and a lot of people in our shorts got all fired up with Justin and myself talking about his contract and everything. I'm not sold on this Jags team. I wrote down too in my notebook, defense, question mark. All right, Justin, I'll go to you. Number 3 for you.
This is where I would slot Tennessee. Like I said, I think Will Levis is going to be a much better quarterback. I don't think he's going to be, top of the division good, but I think he'll play better than the Jags and their quarterback.
All right, Matty.
I'm going the Indianapolis Colts at 3.
Oh, wow.
I just don't. I don't think they have enough flash. Richardson didn't get enough seasoning last year, so it's still, I think, going to be a growing year. Michael Pittman, top wide receiver, is he really like a alpha male, a 1? They lack the tight end. Jonathan Taylor's really good. However, behind Jonathan Taylor, if you look at their roster, gets really, really thin. O-line is still a strength. Their defense, though, I can't find a pass rusher there. That scares me. So I think that's where they're going to lack. I do like their defensive backfield. I like their corners and their youth. They're good back there. But I'm not sold on this team yet. I like what they have going on. I think they kind of take a little bit of a step back and kind of same pace as where they were last year. So they are my 3 team.
All right. Number 2. I'll start number 2 here. I'm going to go the Colts here. Richardson, again, has to be, he had the AC joint issue last year. He has to stay healthy. Taylor, Taylor needs to stay healthy. So there's a lot of question marks with this team. Everybody has to stay healthy, and that's with so many of these teams. They have to stay. Schedule late is okay, I think. And I just think this team has the potential to really do something. I kind of like this team. I think this team, again, I've said it on these shows. I've ranked these teams, but I said a team that could be, that you throw a little bit of money on. Like I had the Steelers 3rd, but I said maybe I'm going to throw money on the Steelers to win the division. I had the Jets like 2nd or 3rd, and I said I'm going to take probably the Jets just to do a little different. That could be the big boom kind of situation here. So I'm going to go the Colts. Matty, I'll go to you. Next, number 2.
All right, here's where I have the surprise team, Tennessee, moving up from the proverbial bottom up. I think I'm in agreement with Justin. I think Will Levis got to learn last year. I think he can temper his big arm and harness it in a little bit and become a better overall quarterback. Their wide receiver core is really good. It actually could be top 5 in the league. So maybe with Henry leaving, they're going to throw the ball around. They have Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyler Boyd, and they have a first rounder, Traylon Burks, as their 4. Now, I know he's underachieved. Maybe they'll move him. You never know. Decent tight end in that Chiga Kwanko. Peter Skoronski, the guard, I think is going to be an all-pro. And the biggest improvement I think they made this year is on defense. So they have all-world Jeffrey Simmons, D-tackle. They drafted the big kid, Tavondre Sweat from Texas. And then they brought in L'Jarius Sneed from Kansas City, quite possibly the best corner in the league. I think it's a division that can be had. You can't expect everybody to improve. I think they can improve a few games and get to that, like, close to the 9-10 win season and potentially push Houston, who you have to think might regress just a little bit. Maybe they had that beginner's luck out of the gate.
All right, Justin, number 2.
This is where I would put the Colts. I've been reading a lot about Richardson. He's bulked up this year. Apparently he's throwing really well. They have a lot of question marks on the team, but I think their quarterback play is going to be better.
Okay.
I mean, they won 9 games without a true quarterback last year.
Yeah. Minshew, I think, was there when he took over and stuff. So, all right, number 1, I'll go really fast here. We want to chime in with one more thing before we get out. We got to get out of here in like 2-3 minutes here. I'm going to go Texans. Again, great quarterback play last year, had a fantastic season. They had Mixon. They had Diggs. Sometimes Diggs is a little bit of distraction here with everything, but they added some defensive players too. I like the offensive line. I think they got the kid out of Notre Dame, Fisher, in the draft. I think this team is good. I like the coach. I like where they're playing. But again, would I be shocked if somebody else in this division wins? Not at all. Because again, I think there's good comments for the Colts, Tennessee, and maybe even Jacksonville if they take off again. Justin, I'll go to you. You're number 1.
The Texans. I mean, I love their defense. I love their all-around team. I think they're going to win the division. I think they may even win 12 games this year.
All right, Matty.
Agreed. Looking at their roster from top to bottom, they have the best talent in that division. C.J. Stroud, brought in Joe Mixon, Damian Pierce of backup, Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Robert Woods, Noah Brown, John Mechie. That is an amazing wide receiver room. Dalton Schultz, really good. Best O-line in the division. Will Anderson, they brought in Danico Autry on the D-line. They are stacked this year. This team is legit, and I agree with Justin. I would look for this team to go over their win total. I don't think it's beginner's luck what they did last year. I think they are that good, and I think C.J. Stroud is that good and that humble to keep them focused.
All right, real quick. One summer league. I got it. What's our guy from Wizards doing before we're out of here?
He is 1 for 5.
He's 1 for 5.
Oh, he hit it. He hit one, though.
Yeah.
He did get a bucket there.
He has 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 personal fouls, but he's 1 for 5.
I think they said the other day, real quick, man, not to cut you off, like in the summer league, like it's like the old Big East, like 6 fouls. They said like you can foul like 10 times or something. It's something crazy.
You know what the WNBA should do for their All-Star 3-pointing contest? Bring in Stars and Bronny. Let them duke it up.
Oh, that'd be great. With some of the girls, that'd be fantastic. So, all right, man. That's our show. We got Jess. Stick with us. We're going to close here in a second, but stick with us. Jess will be coming on. You never know what this girl's going to talk about, and it's always entertaining. But, I mean, thanks for being here. We appreciate the chat. Thank you so much. Maddie, any big plans over the weekend?
Nope. I'm going to yell at the TV and Rory McIlroy for sucking yet again. A whole decade, Rory. Thank you for losing bets for me.
Yeah, my plays were really bad too, and my bets. I need Finau. I have him top 20. He was even today. But yeah, check out real quick before I go to Justin, Bet Stamp. Get on our site, look those over. Fantastic. Again, look for the merch. We appreciate it. Buy some stuff. Sign up with Bet Stamp. Helps us out. Justin, any big plans?
No, unfortunately not. I am slammed at work.
Okay, well, you have fun with work, man. I am glad baseball is back, man. I've been bored. I got to get back to work here in about 2 weeks. I actually went in and did some stuff at my job, but yeah, my summer is winding down. But that's not a bad thing because you know what that means, guys? That is football season right around the corner, college and pro. But everybody, thanks so much. We appreciate it. Again, stay tuned. Jess is coming up. Matt, what do we always say?
Hey, everybody, be safe, stay cool, and bang your bookies.
Thanks for listening to the Notebook Wagering Podcast. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any episodes, and be sure to follow @Notebook Wagering. Until next time.